Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2023 as we continue our road to glory run with Banbury United F.C. for now in the Premier League, although I'm pretty confident we're getting relegated, so which is okay. We've got a huge bank to pull from to come right back up again, hopefully. So let's get right into the episode. All right, here we are. As you can see, things have not gone especially well, although we did, by some craziness, pick up a point against Manchester United. I don't know how. I don't know why. It is what it is. And to be fair, we've actually been scoring goals in some of these other games. We only lost to Watford by 1 goal. That's not bad, considering we lost by 3 goals not too long ago. And then we lost to Crystal Palace by 2 goals, but we did score 2 goals ourselves. So it's the same spread as we did the first time we played Crystal Palace, but again, scoring goals feels pretty good. Speaking of goals, in the Watford game, we got a goal from Hurd and a goal from Maurer. And in the Crystal Palace game, we got a pair of goals from Griffiths. Beyond that, full disclosure, I should probably point this out before I get into this next part. The last time I recorded an episode was about 3 weeks ago, because I recorded a bunch of episodes, then I went on vacation, and then other stuff coming up. So I don't exactly remember how I left off. I went back and watched like bits of the last video that I recorded to try and remind myself, but there's one problem. The last video I recorded ended on the 26th after this Preston game. Some stuff happened after that, and I don't remember it. We're going to look at it, though. If we come in here to transfer history, we picked up 2 new players. Past Broyar thought these guys looked okay. I don't actually remember them. I legitimately do not. So we're going to take a look at them together, and we're going to learn about them brand new together. We got Peter Owen here, who is a central defender, 3.5-star current ability, could be as high as 4-star potential, 24 years old. So he's definitely got room to continue to grow. He's only played 2 games for us on a 7.3. So apparently Paz Broyar is a pretty smart guy, at least as far as this guy's concerned. Obviously, we picked him up for 375,000. Honestly, if he's going to score, if he's going to play like that, he's well worth 375,000. I mean, they're telling us that he's worth transfer value up into the couple million range. So we could technically immediately flip him around and get a profit. But I don't know. I mean, he did a 6.97 in League One last year, 6.74 before that. He did as high as a 7.06 a couple years ago in League One. So I mean, is he able to play at this level? Apparently, he's gotten 2 appearances and a goal. So we'll see what he does. We'll see if he can continue to develop. I think if we drop back down the championship, that will definitely be a good place to develop him. So we'll see what happens with him. The other player we picked up is Hans Ojala. Where's he from? He's from Finnish. Yeah, probably Hans, maybe. I don't know actually how to say his name. We're going to say Hans Ojala. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, 25-year-old striker. I want to say that these are probably guys that my director of football picked up. Like he suggested them, and then I looked at them and I was like, you know what? They do look okay. And so sometimes that's what happens is my director of football will put somebody up. He'll say, hey, I've got an offer in for this guy. What do you think? And then I'll take a look at it and I'll be like, you know what? Yes or no. And then I'll either approve it or deny it. We got these guys relatively cheap, all things considered. I mean, 375,000 for a premier level player is, or even championship level player is actually not a bad price. And so far this guy, not great, 6.67. He's got an assist, but he has not scored a goal yet, but he looks okay. I mean, he's got decent dribbling, finishing, first touch. He's got the little heart that you want to see, although I think we probably prefer a little bit more on the mental side of things. I don't know. Again, I have no concerns about him directly. He played in the Finnish Premier League last season, or I guess part of this season, I should say. 7.04, 10 goals, 5 assists. If he can get even close to that, let's say not necessarily in the Premier League yet, but if he can get close to that in the Championship League when we drop back down, that might not be bad. Where is the Finnish Premier League in the world? Do we not see that here? No, let's see overview. Where would we see the? Is it because they're not actually sent? Yeah, okay. I think it's because we don't get to see this view right here. So if we go look at competition reputation, Finnish Premier League would be pretty far down, I would imagine. But so there's the Skybet Championship. How far down is Finnish from that? Looks like it's pretty far, right down there. So it is in line. It's just a smidge above League One. So let's say he's a good League One player, like probably a really solid League One player, which means he might be an okay championship level player for us next season. Anyway, so that's where those came from. Overall in the competition, we are sitting dead last, kind of as expected. I mean, we had, for a brief moment there, we had a possibility that if we beat Preston and Nottingham Forest, that we could have jumped over them, but looks like Nottingham Forest picked up a couple points because they were sitting on 12 points. So if we'd beat both of them, we would have been good. Right now, they're sitting on 15 points. Actually, if we beat them though, no, we'd have to beat Hull. I'm sorry, my brain was not working that through properly. If we beat Nottingham Forest, we'd only be 18th. We'd just be the first. We'd be the last to relegate. We would have to beat Hull, and there's just no way. We're 10 points shy of getting up there with Hull. Pretty highly confident that we are very much getting relegated. But again, almost 30 million right now. That's not a bad place to be. You know, I mean, we did what we needed to do. We came in here, we got some money. All we got to do now is build up again and come right back again. So we'll see what happens. But let's get into today's game. Here's the team we're bringing today. We got Watson go, Dafter on the left, Spagnoli on the right, Carew and Pastor in the middle, Brandel and Abduni in our midfield, with Mara on the left wing, Hurd on the right wing, and Vernon and Griffiths up front. Griffiths on 3 goals at the moment. Our top goal scorer, actually, right? Yeah. Griffiths is our top goal scorer. We have scored. It's been a tough season, guys, as you guys know. I mean, but you would expect that. I mean, your first time in Premier League with a brand new team who has no money, can't get money because we can't build a stadium big enough to get money. It is not going to be easy your first time in. In fact, if it was easy, I would probably be more disappointed. You know, I want this to be a challenge that we have to kind of work for. So the fact that it's been kind of not necessarily easy, but like we have pushed through the other leagues pretty quickly. I was starting to get like, wait a minute, we're gonna get in there, we're gonna get like top 10 first time out in Premier League. This is gonna be crazy, but thankfully that is not the case. Premier League is a whole nother world from all the other leagues, and definitely something for us to work towards, and I'm looking forward to it. I did say this was going to be the last episode. I'm going to show this Nottingham Forest episode or game, and then I think we're going to skip ahead to the very last game of the season, and show, I think it's Everton. Oh, Griffiths with a goal! What? Starting off this game already with a goal. You know what? I don't care. Okay, we're getting relegated. We accept that. At least look good these last few games. Show me who wants to be here next season. It's going to be hard for us to determine which players to drop and which players to keep. Normally, I put my line around 6.7 rating or even 6.8, as low as 6.6 at the worst. But if all of our players are like 6.4 or, you know, or whatever at best, then it's going to be hard for us to determine who's really be worth keeping around, because it's been a hard season. But if we can see some guys here at the end of this series or this year pick up some points for themselves just to prove to me that they are worth keeping around, that will help make a lot of those decisions easier. Griffiths picking up 3 goals in the last couple weeks tells me he's a guy to keep around right now, at least until further notice. But it looks like he's looking good. Come on, play some good defense too. We need some good defense. After, oh no, I don't know. It looked like he got more ball than player, but I guess it's right there on the box, so it is what it is. The guy's selling it pretty good too. He's over there writhing in pain as if he had... Okay, I was going to say, there we go. There we go. No penalty. The guy's just a fake. I'm just kidding. Hurd with the corner kick. Nothing going there. Come on, guys. Play some really good defense. That's what I want to see. Come on. Close them down good. Let's go. Uh-oh. It's not good. All right, over the bar. Let's go. Got a lot of fans here today. Oh, this is at Nottingham. I was like, they have the same colors as us, like the red color. So I was like, wait a minute. Why does this stadium look different than I remember? It's not our stadium. Although I do think those are our fans, actually, back there in the end zone. They did pick up the penalty to this time, unfortunately. So If we end up losing or drawing because of penalties, it's going to be really annoying. Come on, guys. Free kick for Nottingham. Oof, close. We got that early goal, but we have done a whole lot of nothing since then. That noise is a little bit loud. I'm going to turn it down just a smidge. I'm actually going to demand more. I should have done it sooner, probably. The overall team morale has not been especially great this season. I mean, as you can imagine, you're losing 90% of your games, 95% of your games. You're gonna struggle. So it's been rough. Show me something better in the second half. They seem to like that. Definitely want to continue to do swaps here. So who are we bringing out here? Let's see. A couple yellow cards. Probably Maurer on his yellow card and a 6.4 makes the most sense here. Yeah, we'll bring Gray in. That's fine. Any other changes we're going to make this first one in? Honestly, do we have anybody for Dafter? I probably will bring him out. Kamal here. Yep. Bedford on the bench. We'll trust our assistant. They're here for some reason, right? They got to know something, in theory. Probably something we should do with some of our money is try to get some better staff. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm picking that up. Good job. Spagnoli, come on, don't give this up. Ah, just gave it right back to him. I mean, I guess he was just trying to clear it out, but thought that was going in. Wow. All right, 60-minute mark. Let's get 2 out. I mean, Griffith's on a yellow, but he's playing well. Amdouni is not playing well. We'll bring Haddow into that spot. Carew playing pretty atrociously bad. So is Vernon. Let's bring Carew out first. We'll bring Bedford into that spot. I'm okay with that. We'll save the last sub for probably Vernon. Oh, come on, there we go. Spagnoli. Nothing. Oh, come on, guys. Bedford. Gray. Down to Vernon. Vernon, do something here. Prove to me that you want to stay on the field. Hurd with the ball now. He's going to get up. There's Griffiths. Come on. Yes, Griffiths. Looking. No, don't take it away. No, we need these goals just to look halfway decent. Ah. I mean, come on. I mean, he was offsides, but it was very close. I'll still give him credit for making a good play. So, yep, looks like Vernon. Ojala, we'll get to see Ojala today. Or probably, I don't think it's Ohala. I don't think they would use H for their J's in Finland, but I honestly do not know. So I'm going to say Ojala. Randall with the ball. Come on, buddy. Oh, good save. Randall made a good move there. It looked like it was good on target. That's all I asked for. Just get it on target, make the goalkeeper make a move, and that is, in fact, what he appeared to have done. So good stuff there. Come on, guys. Don't lose this game right here at the end. We've done very, very well. The only goal we gave up was a penalty. I mean, all in all, I mean, they've played better than us, but we've played good enough to, like, feel good about ourselves, I think. Looks like we are going to end in a draw. Well, we're going to get one more highlight here. Spoke too soon. There's Spagnoli with the ball. He's just going to make a move for it. Gets it up. There's Griffiths able to get onto that one. He's got a couple guys in the middle. He's going to get over to Hurd. Hurd gets over to Ojala. Ojala. No, they're going to take another one away. Why? Why, refs? Why? Stop taking our goals. Oh, my goodness. I hate you guys. I'm just kidding. Refs. I mean, we're so close to being good. Yes, he was offsides. I'm not denying that fact. It's just, come on, just so close. One of those days. I agree. I mean, honestly, I don't think we can be too disappointed. We had 2 goals called back because of offsides, and they were not like miles off. They were pretty far off, but they weren't like miles off in the sense that a microsecond delay on either of those players' part probably would have still put them in goal scoring position and not put them offside. So, I mean, it was not by much, is my point. Well, we did pick up a point, feel a little bit good about ourselves. And I'm going to go away and play a big chunk of the rest of the season. Because, man, we just can't get a win. Because we are going to come back for the Everton game at the very end of the season. So I'm going to go play all of April. Just because there's no point in bringing, unless something crazy, if by some craziness, which I can't imagine is possible, like we actually win a game or two in that we shouldn't be winning. I mean, come on, we got Newcastle, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I mean, I'm skipping over Aston Villa and West Ham, but they're probably also very good right now, aren't they? Yeah, well, they're 15th. I mean, in theory, a winnable game. West Ham 11th. I mean, not the most impossible game, but again, Newcastle 6th, Man City 1st, Liverpool 4th, Arsenal 2nd. Yeah, it's not going to be a fun April. Brighton, I think, would be theoretically another potential win, but you never know. I mean, look, we did pick up a draw against Man City, so it's not impossible for a draw randomly to throw in here and there, but very unlikely. So most likely, we're coming back for Everton. If we come back sooner, then you guys know something got interesting. But we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we haven't quite made it to the end of the season, but we have officially been relegated. We knew it was coming. We really did. But hey, at the moment, we're not the worst team getting relegated anymore. So there's that. Board setting some initial budgets. Goodness, I can't talk. 575,000 per week, 16 mil transfer. That's pretty good. So obviously we got to trim a little bit on the wage side of things. Although for the most part, we could keep. I mean, we could actually just literally move transfer budget over to wage budget and keep the team we have. I love the fact that our financial status is rich. I mean, one season in the Premier League and suddenly we're rich. We're actually we're third place for the team that got the most profit this year. We've apparently gotten 45 million pounds of profit this year, which is insane. I wonder what the tax bill is going to collect up for that. But anyway, we are relegated. Pretty good transfer budget, pretty good wage budget. I can actually be pretty happy with both of those because, like I said, it's basically the wage budget and the transfer budget that we started the season with, I think. More or less. I wish there was a way to see that. I'm sure there's probably some menu I can find that in. But it's more or less our premier level, entry level transfer, but we're going to be able to have it to try to come right back up again, which is awesome. So I think this is actually probably a really good situation overall. Was it too soon for us to get to the Premier League? Yes and no. Yeah, absolutely. I knew it was too soon to get to the Premier League, but you can't argue with the money. So if our fans can suffer for 1 year, 1 season, then we can build a better foundation but when we come back up next time. So yeah, that's where we're at. But we'll come back again, like I said, for the very, very last game of the season against Everton, because why not? Real quick, we did end up beating Aston Villa, which is awesome. We got a goal from Hurd, goal from Ojala, goal from Joseph, and a goal from Carew in this game. We then went up against Newcastle and drew against them. We got a goal from Ojala and a goal from Joseph. So Ojala looking pretty good. I mean, I'm a genius for listening to my director of football. But so yeah, I mean, we're seeing some signs of good play here at the end of the season, which is going to help me make good decisions about who to keep around for next season. In our loss here against Man City, we did get a goal from Hurd, also a red card from Hurd. He's actually out for like 4 games or something crazy like that. His red card came after he scored his goal, and that's when they started scoring. Now, obviously, we expected that they were going to score anyway, but the fact they didn't score until the second half after we were a man down, it's interesting to think about. Like that's an interesting thing. Liverpool only beat us by 2 goals. I mean, that sounds like a really silly statement to make. Although I guess they only beat us by 1 earlier. So I still think if you're playing up against a top 5, top 6 team, and you can hold them a little bit, that's pretty good. We did get Mateo Joseph sent off in this game as well. We're getting a lot of people sent off, unfortunately. We got to figure out how to fix that issue. But up next, I play Arsenal, second-rank Arsenal. Then I'll play Brighton, West Ham. I mean, in theory, we could potentially pick up a point in one of these two games. But then we go up against Everton, which is a winnable game only because they came up with us from the Championship last season. But obviously, they're doing much better this season than we are. So I don't actually think we're going to win it. I just hope that we show up and play well, like I said, so that I can be better able to judge our players. So I'll bring you guys back here in a couple more games. All right, we're back, ready to finish up our season. I think the last thing you guys saw was the Man City loss. Went up against Liverpool, lost to them, of course, not too surprising. Went up against Arsenal, lost by 4 goals there. That maybe a little harsher than I had hoped for. What did we do last time we played Arsenal? Lost by 2, so yeah. What about the last time we played Liverpool? Lost by 1, so a little bit worse than maybe we had before. Could be this tactic. They just didn't feel like any reason to change the tactic right now, so just kind of stuck with it. We did draw against Brighton. I mean, by not scoring any goals, but we also kept them from scoring goals. 7.0 from Alan Watts, not too bad. Went up in West Ham, got lost to them, but we did pick a goal from Mateo Joseph, so good to see him picking up something. He scored 3 of our last few goals, so maybe somebody else we can keep around. But today we're going to be going against Everton. Before I get into the Everton game, though, something I'm a little frustrated about is our job is insecure. That doesn't sound realistic to me. Like, how in the world could we take a team who was, what, a handful of seasons ago, maybe 10 seasons ago, in the Vanarama National League North, just got promoted from the league before that. So in 10 seasons from getting promoted from the league below Vanarama National North, we're in the Premier League. And we are the more profitable than we've ever thought possible. How would our job be insecure because one season, the first season in the Premier League, we struggle? That makes 0 sense to me. If we get fired, I'm going to be a little frustrated with it. Like, that's just not, it's not right, in my opinion. I think that seems completely illogical. Yeah, that would be very frustrating if we get fired. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, because I want to continue the season with Banbury. The whole point was to stick with the same team as long as possible. Obviously, we got fired from the very first team we played. But because we got to get to another team that was in the same level, I felt like it was worth continuing the series from that point. Because it was actually the other team that I had considered playing as to begin with. I don't know what we'll do if we get fired. I almost feel like finding a way. Is there a way to cheat myself back into the team? Because it's just not logical. Nobody would fire their manager because they failed their first season in the Premier League after a 10-year stint of just playing outstanding. There's just that doesn't make sense. Now, if I were to maybe get back down to the Championship and then we got relegated from that, absolutely. Or if we got back down to the Championship and we, didn't even get in the playoffs, maybe I could see that. Things like that. There's other circumstances that I could see, but this just seems a bit ridiculous that we could potentially get fired just because we struggled. And the fact that we're struggling with the wage budget is a little bit annoying. I guess, you know what we could do? Let me fix the wage budget at least. Maybe that will win us some brownie points. We're spending 620. So if we drop this down to there, maybe that will win me some brownie points with the board. It's a sneaky way of doing it, but I mean, obviously our wage budget has been fine because we're making so much money. So anyway, I'm not going to stress about it. We can't do anything about it right now. I will just be very annoyed if that does in fact happen because it's just, I guess, like I said, completely unrealistic. But here's the team we're bringing today. Watts in goal, Hecker on the left, Spagnoli on the right, Bedford and Owen in the middle, Humphreys and Moss as our defensive midfielders, Evans on the left wing, Hurd on the right wing, and Griffiths and Salisbury up front. It would be nice to get a win against Everton here just to show that we can face up against teams that were in the Championship just, a season ago. But I do think Everton is a better team than us right now. So I'm not actually expecting a win, but you never know. Things could go well. Would a draw be good enough? Maybe. I mean, Everton's playing well. Honestly, a draw would probably be good enough. Just to prove that we can still face up against them a little bit. I mean, Everton's not playing well right now. They've played well for the course of the season. They're struggling right now as well, just like us. rainy day here in the Everton Stadium. Now, it is away from home, so, I mean, I got to give us a little bit of a grace for that. There's Bedford picking up the ball. Oh, just gets it taken away immediately. He just couldn't do anything with it. Ah, my goodness. How do we give up a goal that early? I mean, that was Bedford's fault. He should have not tried. I don't know. I don't know what he could have done differently, but not that. You know, he had to give that up to somebody, and he just didn't do anything. Completely froze. Stood there, did nothing. Yeah. Shake it up, guys. We can get back in this. Throw in coming in from Hecker into Salisbury. Salisbury gets it, sort of gets it around. Humphreys picks it up. Humphreys gets it across, trying to get to Hurd. Hurd's there, just over the bar. One thing I will say is that our under-18s team, they play in a league of like teams down in the Vanarama National League, things like that, and like Kidderminster under-18s and things of that level, and they have won that whatever their league is, whatever that group of teams is, they've won it 7 times in a row, which is kind of funny. Because I mean, we don't have good under 18s, but I guess our under 18s are better than some of those teams. So there you go. Whatever that's worth. Nothing. It's not worth anything, but it is kind of fascinating to see that we've won 7 times in a row. Did I already demand more? I will demand some more here, just in case I didn't. Team did not. Well, some of the team liked it, some of the team didn't. Most of the teams appears to have been stressed out by that, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Just need one go here. A draw, I'd probably be happy with a draw. Spagnoli gets it up. There's Salisbury with the ball. Does he have anybody in the middle he can get it to? He does have a couple guys in the middle. Unfortunately, Vincent there gets his face in the way. Griffiths with the ball, gets it up to Evans. Evans has a chance. Right, Reese Evans, probably how you say that. Reese Evans with a goal from that left wing. Good stuff. That looked good. I don't know that I've seen Reese Evans score a lot of goals this season, but that goal looked really good. Might be worth giving him a benefit of the doubt going into next season if he's going to play like that. We didn't do a we'll do sub here at 60 minute. It's going to be fine. We'll do a couple subs here. All right, let's do a few subs here. We got a couple yellow cards on 6.3, so we're going to bring those guys out. Dafter can come in. That's fine. Hurd can swap out for nobody. Salisbury, maybe? We do have a couple strikers, so yeah. We'll move Salisbury back there. And then we will bring in... We're bringing out oh, no. I mean, like, my assistant's saying Al Gray here. No, I think we're bringing Ojala. I'd rather see him play a little bit more. Any reason we would want to swap you guys? What's your foot? Actually, don't know. We'll just leave him as is for now. That is 2. We can do one more sub. Probably Humphreys here on 6.3 as well. Bring in Ketty. Sure. Our defensive midfielders are not the most amazing. Well, we got 2 good ones, and then past the 2 good ones is a bunch of guys that are got a lot of development that they would need to be worth anything. All right, last 2 subs of our season. Coming right up. Bedford playing pretty poorly. We'll bring Pastor into that. And last but not least, a nervous Salisbury. I mean, we don't have anybody to play here. We really don't. I mean, we can move Spagnoli up, I suppose. Yeah. We'll move Spagnoli up, see what he can do. Doubt he can do much, but we do have somebody that can come in here at least. Hello. And that's our subs. That is our team done for the season. Can we pick up one more goal? Not if we're going to give up a free kick here. Okay, good save by Watts. Corner kick, come on, guys. Play some defense here, please. Please, please, please. Let's pick up one more goal. You know what? Our season's on the line. We're going to go all out. We're going to attack. I mean, we may give up a goal, but I'd rather go out fighting than be complacent. Griffiths has a chance, heads it up. Unfortunately, Ojala's not in a place to get down, but here's Spagnoli picking it up. He does have a couple guys in the middle. He does kind of pass it to himself, and then he tries to take care of it himself. Oh, after the good pass to himself, which I think was a little bit lucky, he should have just probably given that up. Griffiths with the corner kick, though. We got Owen in the area, not able to get on that. There's Caddy trying to chase that down. It looks like it's going to be a throw in for us. Maybe not. I don't know. Fortunately, here's a highlight for Everton now. Well, we didn't get blown out of the water by Everton. So, I mean, we play well against a team who's mid-table in the Premier League. Maybe we can hold our heads high a little bit from that, especially away from home. I mean, even if we were like the 10th ranked team, this would still be a challenging game that wouldn't be too shocking to lose away from home against, you know, a 14th ranked Everton or whatever they're at. I guess they're 11th, so there you go. Unfortunate, but we got a goal. I thought we played well. Giving up an easy goal there was just not great. Honestly, I thought you did yourselves proud, and I agree with that. And if people don't like that, well, too bad to them. But I genuinely agree that I thought they played well. All right. That is that. Yeah, I get it. You don't like the fact that I stuck with the same tactic, but it just didn't seem like a point to change that late in the season. I promise we'll have, most likely, I say promise, we will probably have a different tactic next season. I can't guarantee anything. Good chance that we will. Only got a couple million for being 20th place, unfortunately. But, you know, finances getting close to 40 mil. I'll take that. That's pretty good. I mean, our income is mostly coming from, I mean, our gate receipts are just atrocious. Again, we have no seating capacity. We need a bigger stadium. But gate receipts, our TV revenue is really what got us going there. I would love to ask for a new stadium or expanded stadium, something. But I don't know. Let me skip ahead for a second before I call this, just to make sure. I mean, how soon would they fire us? Nothing. Record high. I mean, yeah, that's our best finish ever in the last place. Oh, goodness. Emergency recruitment meeting. Honestly, I'm going to decline this. I don't feel like, I mean, I'll do my own recruitment. I don't need you guys to help me with it right this second. I mean, we've gotten fired by now. Will they wait? Is there a technical end of the season where they would wait for? Okay, so here's the end of season review. All right, well, that's where we're going to end it, because obviously I start my transfer specials with the end of season review. I'm happy with the result. I hope the board is at least satisfied with the result, because we got a lot of money, and that's a good chunk of money to build up a really solid championship level team that can come back and actually fight for something. I mean, we need to get us an amazing player, in my opinion. What I would like to get is probably one amazing proven player, maybe one kid off the Wonder Kid top 50. If we could find a way to sneak one of those guys in, that would be awesome. And then I don't know if we'd have any money left over. We'd probably have to sell a couple players, things like that. We shall see. Truth be told, I talked about last season, or at the beginning of this season, being our hardest transfer special ever. I think this next one will be even harder, because we have to find a way to balance, you know, the financial side, because we don't want to just wreck our finances again and just go back to where we started. We got to balance the financial side with getting the right players in that will bring us back up, both bring us back up as well as give us that chance to stay in. Because I think the next time we get into the Premier League, we should have an expectation to avoid relegation. So that's my goal. We shall see. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series so far. First try at the Premier League. It's okay. I mean, again, we gained way more than we lost by coming into the Premier League this season. So I'm pretty happy with it overall. Even though it was a little painful, but I'm still pretty happy with it overall. I do appreciate you guys watching, though. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.